One of the most important things in this business acquisition process is integrity. And I wanted to talk for a few minutes on that. I recently did an email where I told a story about my father during World War II. And as I said in that email, he told me that story for a reason when I was young. And it had to do with integrity. So I would encourage you to go back and look at that email. If you do not get my emails, you can correct that pretty easily. Go over to brucewhipple.com, grab the free class. It will put you on the mailing list and you will get my emails. But if you missed that email, send me an email at bruce@brucewhipple.com and I'll forward it to you, because I don't want to go through the same thing on this video as well. But that said, integrity. So let's talk about that. In this business, you will trade on your word. If you don't have integrity as people view things, you will have a hard time doing business. You will basically send a message, you can't trust this guy, so you better get it in writing, guy or gal. And so it's important, really important. I think there's a few things worth dying for. Your integrity, family, country, pretty well top that list. But that said, think about it. Way back when, during the property tax days when I ran out of money, we had worked with several Fortune 500 companies, the first of which was IBM. We ended up going through a process of challenging their property taxes on a facility. The first one is with the town. We got denied there. The second one was you had to bring a legal proceeding. There were a whole bunch of attorneys at IBM. We were struggling financially. But my partner and I both said, it's the right thing to do to make sure these guys continue the fight. So even though financially some would say we couldn't afford to do this, we went to them and said, look, this is a good case. We missed at the town level. That's not surprising. The next step is to file what's called an Article 7 proceeding. We can do that for you, we being not the company, but my partner who was a lawyer. Or we'll prepare the documents and you can do it yourself with your lawyers, which sounded crazy to some people. Fortunately, IBM also has integrity, and they said, no, you carried us this far, you go ahead and do it. And the rest is history. We were successful. We did a lot of properties for them. Warren Buffett has said, in looking to hire people, look for three qualities: integrity, intelligence, and energy. If you don't have the first, the other two will kill you. He said, if you do hire someone without integrity, which you shouldn't, hope that they are dumb and lazy. But I would say that look for integrity. And you'll see that in times when you can't afford, for the way some people look at it, to have integrity. I recently had someone who made a commitment to me. I asked them in the email, do you understand the commitment you are making? And they wrote back and said, I do understand the commitment I'm making. Okay? Shortly, within 3 months of making that commitment, they wrote to me and said, I went and did this on a whim, and so I don't want to honor that commitment. What do you think that person, if that's a core value, will have as his experience with people trusting him? Not very well, certainly. So I would encourage you to think about that. If nothing else, think about the way it impacts your ability to succeed, and we're all looking for those things that will help us succeed. Not having integrity, no, it's one of the ones that'll kill you. So in looking at that, think about that, behave that way, have integrity with yourself. Not only when you say you're going to do something for someone else, do it, but if you say you're going to do something, if you say you're going to have a commitment that you made, whether in this case, whether that's number of calls, number of letters, getting back to somebody when you said you would, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, make sure that you have integrity, not externally, but internally. Don't let yourself down. Treat what you say you're going to do super important. I hope that helps. If you are struggling, that's normal. This process will weed out those that don't have the why for why they want to do this, the integrity, the work ethic, etc., etc. In the end, for those that succeed, they look back and say it was all worth it. You will fail your way to success, certainly. But integrity, key principle. If someone wrote to me and said, I don't have integrity, how do I get it? That's an interesting question. Interesting question for someone to ask, too. And I said to him, be around people that do have integrity and learn from those people and start to do what you say you're going to do. If you're a thief, most of those don't work out very well in the end, so don't do that. And I hope that if you're listening to this, you're not the type of person that will do that, and in fact, you will have integrity in your actions. So hope that helps. And again, mindset, taking action, and integrity, all integral parts of the success you'll have if you do the right things, if you have the right industries, if you take action, all of those things. And for those that have been successful, they would tell you the same thing. So carry on, carry forward. And again, if you didn't see that email, let me know and we'll make sure of that. But if you do want to be on the mailing list, either go to the website or go directly to brucewhipple.com/get class.